because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth. You see the headline from TMZ. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese is freaking out after Ice Cube refused to hand her the $5 million Big 3 deal once offered to Caitlin Clark.
I remember you famously made an offer to Caitlin Clark, but what about Angel Reese? Would you?
No, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. So.
Despite being one of the worst performing players in the WNBA, she's still out here demanding superstar money. But sponsors, Cube, and the league have spoken. She's just not worth it.
Said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark was offered $5 million for 8 regular season games and maybe 2 playoff appearances in the Big 3 league. That's it. Not a full season, not an all-star showcase, just a casual 10-game commitment. And she got that offer while still wearing an Iowa jersey, still in college, still lighting up scoreboards for fun. That's what being a generational talent looks like.
Ice Cube told us sponsors assured him Clark, coming to his organization, would rake in cash hand over fist. But, quote, they didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese.
Now, fast forward to Angel Reese, who probably thought she'd be next in line for that kind of bag. Except, no, absolutely not. Ice Cube basically laughed off the idea. And not in a disrespectful way, no. He just said what every sponsor already told him. The math doesn't work. And if you can't do the math, maybe you shouldn't be in the room.
With the Big 3's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League?
Cube wasn't rude. He was just real. He said it point blank. The numbers don't line up. In other words, Angel Reese doesn't make dollars, so she doesn't make sense. That $5 million, strictly reserved for someone who brings actual eyes, actual sponsors, and actual value. Caitlin does that effortlessly. Meanwhile, Angel's still busy trying to catch up to Caitlin's shadow. Keyword, trying.
She's pretty solid,
Yeah, she's a great player. The thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
And here's the part that really burns. Caitlin didn't even need to take the offer. She turned it down. That's how powerful her brand is. She rejected $5 million and still made headlines worldwide. Meanwhile, Angels fans are out here begging for a seat at the table while sponsors aren't even picking up the phone.
She's not the draw, folks. I don't know how else to say it. Quote, I don't know if we can make that same offer. Cube initially sent the offer Clark's way when she was an Iowa Hawkeye.
Then TMZ rolls up on Ice Cube at LAX. Just a regular day for him, but not so regular for Angel fans because he dropped the coldest truth bomb. No, he didn't stutter. No, he didn't hesitate. He said exactly what needed to be said. Angel Reese isn't moving money. Caitlin Clark moves mountains. Angel Reese can't even move a merchandise rack.
TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week, and the Big 3 honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese.
Cube even tried to throw Angel a compliment, called her a great player, which she is. Cool. But he made it very clear that greatness on the court doesn't mean greatness at the bank. There's no $5 million check waiting for her because, let's be honest, she doesn't bring the kind of impact Caitlin does. Not in numbers, not in views, not in merch, not in vibes. Zero competition.
He explained he's got no issues with the Chicago Sky forward. It's just the dollars and cents wouldn't line up. Listen to the following, Angel Reese fans.
And can we talk about this "it's just business" line? Because that's the whole point. This wasn't personal. Cube's running a league, not a daycare. He said it himself. Clark's presence alone could unlock millions in sponsor cash. That's not a guess. That's not a theory. That's what actual sponsors told him. And for Angel, nothing. Just awkward silence. Sponsors weren't interested. No one said Angel Reese can bring us revenue. No one said she'll fill seats. No one said, here's $5 million, go get her. Instead, they said nothing, which speaks louder than any fake hype machine online ever could. If you don't have sponsor confidence, you don't get a Caitlyn contract. It's that simple.
What our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese, so I don't know if we can make that. Same offer.
I see. So, maybe an adjusted amount. You want
I think we can make that same offer because it won't have the same impact to the league.
And boy, the Angel Reese fan base did not take that well. They lost it, meltdown mode, crying in comment sections, writing think pieces, screaming unfair like it was a schoolyard game. But guess what? Cube didn't budge because he's not here for feelings. He's here for figures. Revenue over reputation, math over mayhem. Even the sponsors were quoted directly. And you know what they said? That Clark would bring in cash hand over fist. Do you know how rare it is to hear that kind of enthusiasm from the people cutting checks? That's not common. That's superstar level validation. And what did they say about Angel Reese? Nothing. Crickets. Not even a polite maybe.
Angel Reese was not going to be able to bring in the amount of eyes for the sponsors and for the league for him to justify that offer.
And please, let's kill the narrative that Angel's this equal draw. Equal where? Equal how? Have you seen the TV numbers? When Caitlyn plays, it's a nationwide event. ABC clears its schedule. When Angel plays, or let's be real, sits out, nobody even notices. You don't see Reese's name trending because of her triple doubles. You see her trending because people are arguing over why she skipped a game. And the NIL deals? Let's stop pretending she's in the same league. Clark is landing multi-million-dollar campaigns. Nike, State Farm, Gatorade, take your pick. Angel, she's doing okay, sure, but it's pennies compared to Caitlyn. And deep down, everyone knows it. They just don't want to say it out loud. Thankfully, Ice Cube did.
Any other single, outside of just the pure numbers that we keep showing people, literal numbers, I'm not sure anything's been more evidence to what we've been saying.
This isn't about who's louder on TikTok. This is about who moves the needle. And Caitlyn Clark moves it like a bulldozer. Angel's still fumbling the GPS. And it's not like this is hidden knowledge. It's been public. It's been evident. And now it's been confirmed by the man running the show and the people paying for the lights to stay on. Caitlyn Clark walks into a room and the cameras follow. Angel Reese walks into a room and half the people ask, "Who's that again?" That's the difference. That's why one of them got a historic offer and the other one didn't even get considered. No invites, no proposal, just a reality check from Ice Cube stamped with sponsor receipts.
I mean, outside of the fact you can't even get half the amount of people inside a LSU arena, I still can't, and people are still out here shipping for her right now.
And the worst part? Caitlyn didn't even need the offer to flex. She declined $5 million like it was nothing. Meanwhile, Angel couldn't even get her name on the table. That's not just a snub, that's a statement. And okay, even when Angel does play, it's not exactly lighting up the box score. Let's just look at the facts. One game, she shot a glorious 33% from the field, and still somehow managed a double-double. Impressive? Not when every commentator is calling it one of the worst double-doubles in recorded history. That's not me exaggerating. That's literally how it was described. You gotta work hard to play that bad and still get a stat line that makes headlines for all the wrong reasons.
That's all you need to know. Ice Cube, just being a smart businessman, a certain demographic won't be too happy with him being honest. So Ice Cube's literally saying, we sat down, looked at the actual figures, and the draw wasn't there.
Meanwhile, Caitlyn is out here headlining every press release, dominating every panel discussion, every sports segment, every debate table. When she speaks, ESPN listens. When she plays, ratings explode. She's not just the face of a franchise, she's the face of the entire league. Angel? Angel can't even headline her own team when Clark isn't on the court. Think about that. Now, let's talk about the Big 3. Because while Angels fans were too busy writing open letters about respect, Ice Cube was building an actual basketball product with actual basketball legends. He wasn't sitting around waiting for viral moments. He was signing names like Dwight Howard, Lance Stevenson, Montrezl Harrell, Wesley Johnson, players with real legacies, actual accomplishments, and fan bases that don't disappear when the cameras turn off.
With or without Clark and Reese, Cube's still clearly pleased with his league, raving about the 2025 season so far. They got NBA talent. I mean, real NBA talent. We got some great players. Lance Stevenson. Wow. Dwight Howard, Wesley Johnson's.
These guys aren't just ex-NBA names. They're proven box office. They don't need social media stunts or passive-aggressive tweets to stay relevant. And Ice Cube? He made it clear. The league's doing just fine without Angel Reese. In fact, it's thriving. Caitlyn's offer wasn't a diversity checkbox. It wasn't a female empowerment PR play. It was a straight-up business decision, made because Clark generates money. Angel doesn't. End of story.
What are you most excited for? Like, maybe some new players or some new opportunities?
Yeah, we got some great players. Lance Stevenson, Dwight Howard. It's great. Wesley Johnson's been great. Montrezl Harrell.
But of course, here come the defenders. Angel was snubbed. She deserves a chance. This isn't fair. Please, Cube doesn't run a sympathy league. He's not writing participation checks. The man's trying to grow a brand, not babysit egos. And in his own words, he's not a charity. If you don't bring value to the table, you're not getting a plate. And right now, Angel Reese is sitting in the stands watching everyone else eat.
Right down here. All right. This was late yesterday afternoon. Angel Reese back questionable for Sunday. Ariel Atkins already out.
Sure, she's loud on TikTok. That's cute. But TikTok followers don't translate to ticket sales. You know what does? Star power, reputation, performance. Angel's got clout, not currency. And if your biggest basketball moment this year was a reality show appearance or some drama over your jersey number, maybe that $5 million wasn't for you in the first place. And now, the aftermath. No offer, no apology, no maybe next season. Just a hard pass from Ice Cube and a collective shrug from every sponsor in the room. Angel Reese will not be getting the Caitlyn Clark treatment. And Cube? He doesn't give a damn how mad that makes her fan base. He said what he said, and he meant it. Angel Reese just got benched by reality. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a meltdown.